So in case you are thinking about webhooks in Laravel, or you are trying to fix webhook issues, you are in the right place. Let's begin. As you can see, we have an illustration on the application we are using. We have our Laravel application, Razor payment or payment provider. Then we have our webhook here that sends to the Laravel application. So the full process is Laravel application makes when user makes a payment, it sends to the Razor provider. Then Razor provider then checks if the payment was successful. If it's successful, then it uses its webhook to send a response to your Laravel application. And you also need to know that before then you must have specified your webhook URL, and this is it here. So depending on what tends to be your webhook URL. So this is just an example here. So as you can see, we have the webhook here, and for those that don't really understand what a webhook is, it's like a way for applications to receive real-time notification or data from other systems. So whenever someone makes a payment, it's the webhook that sends a response to the application or web application that a person actually is using. So how this works is that, for example, let me just give a few examples of what it is. In case maybe you have like a customer that comes into your shop, and you can tell your salesperson that whenever this customer comes in, whether he makes payment or not, give me a notification or give me a heads up that okay, this person is in the shop, whether he makes payment or not. You get, so the salesperson is working like a webhook, if you understand the analogy. So so for now, we will be working with our Laravel application and the Razor payment. That is, I'm assuming that you have your Laravel application working and your Razor payments also working. So if you think that I need to do another video on that, specify in the comment below. So, but for now, we'll be working with just webhooks. So I'll show you the exact place where I need it to be to follow me on this tutorial. So as you can see, I have the payments here. This is my payments, Razorpay here. So this is what I'm trying to buy. So once I click on this is a Razorpay uh, product here. So let's pay because currently the application has no webhook. So we're working with just the response it sends. So as you can see, yes, we have success. We choose success. Then it's confirming payment. Payment successful. As you can see, this has no webhook currently. So for us to do the webhook, let's go to our code and do that. So we'll be talking about building the webhook URL. For us to do that, there are two things we have to do. One is build the controller, and the second is the function. So to build the controller, we have to write the command php artisan make controller with payment web controller. Once you do that, you press enter. For me, it has already been created, so there's no need for that. We have our route is a post, is always a post. Then you have the URI, that is webhook slash Razorpay. Then you have the class, the controller class, and the function inside it. So once you are done, it will look something like this. You have your public function. As you can see, in the controller class, so you have your public function and the result P callback. This is where you have your function. Also, you should go to your middleware, that is your verified token middleware, to specify your URL so that it will not expect CSRF token from your webhook URL. So this is what I mean here. You go to your middleware, then CSRF token, then you specify your URL here, or let's say URI here, webhook slash Razorpay. Also, what is in your web.php, that's your route file, this URL here. Once you are done with this, go and create a webhook URL on your Razorpay application. So this is our account and settings page for our Razorpay application, and we'll be working with our webhook because I assume you've done your payment process and you have your secret and public key. Because to do that, you need to go to your API keys and all. But now we just focus on the webhooks. So let's click on that. Then in this webhook, we see where we have your add webhook documentation in your page. So as you can see, what we go this for when you specify your URL that is needed. This is the place where you specify the URL that is needed. This is where you add your secrets. This is where you add your alert email. And also this is where you create your events. So it listens for these events, as you can see, payment.authorized, payment.failed, and all. These are the events it listens for. So you have to select the event that you need to listen to. So for me, I listen to both the payment events and other events. That is personally for me. So in this, then you create your webhook. But I already have my webhook created, so I will just I already have my webhook created, so I will just show you how mine works. So for those that are creating a new webhook, just click on create webhook. So wait for this. So let's go here. Click on edit. So currently I have my secret key. I have my webhook here. As you can see, I have my webhook slash Razorpay, the one we created in the back in our code. So this here is my payment, as you can see. Then for those, maybe if you want to change your secrets, but my secret is testing. So testing, as you can see, shows the secrets. Because it's testing. You also need that in your env file where you need to specify your secrets, your Razorpay secrets for webhook. So this is what is needed at the moment. So everything looks fine and good. Then we press save. Don't mind this, is we do it again and it's saved successfully. So now we've created our webhook here. Then we go and Then we go to our env to specify the needed secrets and variables to work with. This is our env. So we have our Razorpay key, Razorpay secrets, Razorpay webhook secrets. This is our testing. Is the same thing with the password you created on the payment side, on the payment platform, Razorpay payment platform. Then make sure you have your secrets and your key. Then also make sure that if you're also going live, is the same thing. You just have to put your live key and your live secret here. Then let's move on to our webhook controller so we can specify or log out our payment content and headers. So currently I've commented everything out so we can start from the beginning. There are a few things that we need to know regarding dealing with webhooks. And one is that it will never show in your network tab on your browser because it's a backend. It has to be logged to the backend. So because I know there are some few people that do this mistake of checking the network tab, but you will not see anything. So what we have to do is, as you can see, there's nothing we can die and dump here. So this is not needed. So you don't use die and dump. You actually use your log file. And to do that, you use this particular phrase, this log, then import it here for you to use it. What we are going to be logging out is our request get content and our request header all. This gets all the content or the raw data related to the payments, and this does get the headers for us, all headers it gets for us. So these are what the two do. So for us to continue, we need to get our secrets from our env, and to do that we use env. This is an inbuilt for Laravel, inbuilt method or function for Laravel. Then after this we need to get our request header that signifies that it's coming from Razorpay. So according to Razorpay, this is what they told us to look for in their documentation. So they told us to look for the X Razorpay signature. Then here we get all the contents for the body. As I told you, request get content. Then we have the then we have to check if the signature we are receiving or the code we are receiving is the same thing with what we have on the server. So this is where we do the check. We check to make sure that they exist. So if it exists, then you can go on to do the proper things that we have to do, like storing it in the database and all. But we're not going to go into that. We're just going to check to see if our payment response comes in properly and the check also passes. So we're going to check for if it's true. If it's true can mean one and false means zero. So now the next thing we need to do now is to locate our log file. And to locate our log file, we will need to go to our storage folder, then go to the log. Then we have our Laravel log file here. This file is where the response is being logged. So currently it's filled. We will have to clear it. And to clear your log file, you just have to type this command on the terminal, and that is echo, and put your echo in parentheses, then greater than, then storage, Yeah, this is the part of our log file. Dot log. Then click enter. As you can see, it clears your log file. So once you've done this, then you need to go and see whether we can get our response from the app itself. So as you can see, we have our payments here, our items here to pay for. Then let's go. Success. That is that's gone. Then you can see that. Then you can see our log file is populated. Then we notice that according to our payment controller, we have our webhook received and our tester. So this is our webhook received, and these are tester, and this is what you see here. These are the response we get from our red webhook. Then we have the tester also. That is to check. This is the check. As you can see, it's check is showing that it's one. That means the check was correct, so we can move on with our application. So this is how you work with your webhook. In case you have any run-ins with webhooks, so this is how you properly do it on Laravel. Don't forget to like, comment down below if you have an issue or you have something you want to talk about. Comment below, and don't forget to subscribe.